Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another How About Them Celtics video. Just me today. Jack is on the road traveling. He's headed to Toronto for preseason game 2, but I still got you covered. Today, I'll be talking about Jayson Tatum. If you were not under a rock today, you probably saw online Shams Charania of ESPN went on the Pat McAfee show and gave a little bit of an update on Tatum's recovery process. Of course, Tatum coming back from a ruptured right Achilles has been the story of the entire summer. It's been something that's hung over everyone's head over the past week and a half in particular. And yeah, Shams had the latest today. I will put it up on the screen here and we can hear what he had to say about Tatum's recovery.
He's out for the season. So those two guys suffered Achilles tears. They've already been ruled out. Jayson Tatum, on the other hand, the Celtics have not ruled him out. I think the Celtics are cautiously optimistic. Clearly, Jayson Tatum has a goal in his mind that he wants to play. Now, whether he can get there by the time we're in February, March, April, we'll see. And we'll see how that team is going to be. There's so many doctors' clearances that come into play here, Pat, as you get closer to the end. And let's say he's in March and he's feeling 100%, but the team's not really competing for anything. Do you really throw him out there? There's going to be a lot of questions. There's probably going to be 15 to 20 people in that room that are going to make that decision for Jayson, with Jayson Tatum, I would say, while the other two are out for the season, though. So that is a saving grace. And Jayson Tatum, I saw that video as well, like the rest of the world a couple weeks ago. He is.
Yeah. So the video he's mentioning is Tatum on his YouTube channel, getting on the court for the first time. And to be honest with you, what we're hearing today from Shams on the Pat McAfee show is very similar to everything we've heard in the last couple of weeks. Tatum went on a media tour promoting some sort of non-opioid painkiller that has helped him get back in this recovery. It's something he's used, and he was all over ESPN. He was on the Today Show, and the one thing he was consistently saying was, don't rule me out. I might come back. I might come back this season. I never said I'm not going to come back this season. And now you're having an NBA insider go on national television and report this too. He's saying, not only is Tatum not ruling it out, but the Celtics are not ruling it out, which is the first we're really hearing it from that side, right? It's one thing for Tatum to be headstrong, to be a professional athlete, to be somebody who's unbelievably driven to be where he is, to want to come back early, to want to come out there, return from an Achilles tear within a year of it happening. But, for the team to feel that way, it is a little bit different. It's something that we haven't heard at all, and it's pretty exciting. One thing that he, of course, was sure to say was the doctors are going to have a say in this, right? Like, we all hear the noise with Jayson Tatum. We all hear that he wants to be back out on the court. And one thing everybody has been concerned about is whether or not he's actually going to be healthy enough to return. And when Brad Stevens spoke to us at Media Day, that was the first thing he mentioned. He said goal number 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. He kept going like LeBron when he said how many championships Miami was going to win when he went there. Brad Stevens says is making sure he's ready to return. Jayson Tatum said that when he was at the podium for Media Day. Getting healthy, making sure his body's actually ready to return is number 1, regardless of how the team's performing. I know Shams actually mentioned that. It's the first time we've really heard any official reporting on whether or not the team's success without him will impact his decision, the team's decision to bring him back. But it sounds like it might be a factor. It's something Jack and I have talked about on this show a few different times, right? Wanted to be sure, is it worth it? If they're not going to compete, are you putting him at risk for no reason? If they are going to compete, how much is he going to be able to help the team by coming back? Is he going to be himself at the beginning? Is he going to be a shell of himself? Other guys have come back from things of this magnitude, and it's been a little bit different. Like Paul George is the first one that comes to mind. He's not an Achilles guy, but he had that horrific injury back in 2015 at the USA FIBA tournament. Comes back for like 2, 3, 4 games at the end of the Pacers season. He's nowhere near where he was at before the injury. Has a summer to go by, comes back, plays well, gets traded to OKC, has an MVP caliber season. The recovery was there. He just needed the extra time. Getting those initial NBA minutes are important. It's not something that just you snap your fingers, you get back out there, you have your feel for the game back. No, you have to get your wind back. You have to get used to the speed of the game. You hear about guys talking about that all the time, where it's like, man, I didn't realize what was going on, how different it was compared to playing in scrimmages. They need to get out there and get a real feel for it. And I think the talent on this Celtics team listen, we all just watched them play against a G League version of the Memphis Grizzlies in the preseason. But that showing from Jaylen, that showing from Derek White was really encouraging in terms of what to expect from the top. Mind you, there was no Peyton Pritchard, there was no Anthony Simons, there wasn't even any Neemias Queta in that game, and they dominated basically from the get-go. Sam Hauser looked really confident shooting the ball. There was a lot to be excited about there. So how high can this team go? How high can they get where they'll encourage Tatum and the training staff to really go all in on coming back for February, March, April, the months that Shams mentioned? All of the speculation that Tatum may come back around the time of his birthday is starting to line up a little bit. All of the Charlie Day putting the conspiracy theories together on the bulletin board, that is how we're all handling this, the meme of that. And listen, I would have told you 2 months ago, this is a pipe dream. It's not happening. Jayson Tatum's not coming back. Don't get your hopes up. The list goes on and on and on. It's all changed in the last 3 weeks. Ever since he went on TV and was like, don't count me out. I'm feeling good. I'm making progress. Things are happening. Even if they're happening slowly, there's so many different encouraging things happening from this, recovery standpoint that you cannot ignore it anymore. And I'm probably turning up my expectations from 60%, 70% to 85, 90% that I think he's going to play at some point this season. Now, again, I wouldn't say that makes the Celtics a contender. It doesn't raise their ceiling all that much because they still have to figure out what they have in some of their new guys, by the way, who looked all very good against Memphis. But there's only so much that they can do in that sense. It's just, we're going to have to wait and see. That's the story. That's what the story is going to continue to be. No matter how many different clips we get of Tatum shooting the basketball, how many times somebody goes on TV and says, hey, I'm hearing he may come back, we're just going to have to wait. Even when he starts participating in practice, it's probably going to be a few weeks, months before he even gets out into real games, just because that's how different it is, as talked about earlier. But I'll wrap it up there. Enough of me rambling. Jack will be back with me for the game recap for the Raptors game. Until then, subscribe to the channel. We are here every day with new content. Full pods drop Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Game recaps are up the morning after each game. And other videos like these are here in between to keep you up to date with all things Celtics. You can find us on Spotify and Apple too. All pods and recaps are there, audio only. So if you just want those, go ahead, follow. They'll go right to your feed. Leave a 5-star review. We'd appreciate that very, very much. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. We're reading those every single time we do a show. So make sure you send them in. We love to hear from you guys, the listeners. hbtcpod@gmail.com. Our socials are at How About Them C's for Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook's the name of the podcast. All streams are there. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter's Jack's Mon NBA. Mine's at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us. Bye.
Tic-tac-toe.